So for a moment, let's imagine you are a content creator or an influencer. What is the first thing that comes to your mind? Is it about the glamorous lifestyle? Is it about getting to try different food in the city? Is it about wearing designer outfits? Or is it about using the makeup brands? But let me tell you, it is so much more than that. Hi, my name is Naina Ahluwalia. I'm a fashion influencer, a content creator, a beauty enthusiast, and most importantly, a firm believer that we create our own reality. But let me tell you what, a few years ago, if you would have met me, you wouldn't have guessed that I would be standing here today. 9 years ago, when I started my journey, and when I used to tell people I'm a content creator, the number of questions I received from them and the reactions were priceless. And it was also hilarious. Oh, you're a content creator. What do you do for a living? All you do is just get ready, stand in front of the camera, pose. That's it. Is this even a real job? Do you get paid for it? We also post pictures on Instagram. Nobody pays us. Maybe you just got lucky. But let me tell you what. Lucky? A big question mark. No. Was it difficult? Yes. It was very difficult. So this is me when I started my initial days when I was creating content into fashion. Just a basic t-shirt, pair of jeans, shoes, that's it. No fancy outfits, no fancy styling, just me trying to be comfortable with what I love the most. And that is me now, experimenting with my styles, layering, being all dressy. So this is one of my very favorite memory that is so close to my heart. This picture I posted a few years ago, and the amount of love that I received from everybody was unimaginable. That's the reason this picture is here today, because it has a very special memory for me. Moving on, when I initially began, I was literally all over the place. I had no idea what I wanted to do in my life. You name it, and I have tried it. Be it fashion, be it food, be it traveling, makeup, skincare, beauty, and whatnot. I have tried everything that I could. But 9 years of consistency, hard work, and being putting in a lot of efforts, I finally discovered what works for me and what did not work for me. So it is beauty and fashion. So over the time, as you can see, the initial days when I began to what I'm wearing right now, my personal journey and my personal style has evolved a lot. And so has fashion in the last decades. Like, for example, if you talk about 1920s, women ditched corsets and moved towards loose and comfortable clothing. 1950s were all about Hollywood-inspired styles and suits. Coming to 1900s and early 2000s, street style came into existence and celebrity-inspired fashion. But as we stand here in 2025, what do you think dictates fashion today? Anybody? Yes, 2025, what dictates fashion today is social media. Everything that you see on social media is fashion today. Everything that you see on social media is trending today. Be it your favorite celebrity wearing a particular outfit is trending. Be it your favorite influencer wearing something is trending. Or be it your favorite designer who's curating something is trending. With the pace social media is moving right now is actually very brutal. All this is moving so fast. And just to fit into the trend, people are actually getting into fast fashion. So, does anybody know what is fast fashion? Fast fashion is something that is very easily available, it is affordable, it is trending, it is stylish, it is vibrant, it is colorful, and whatnot. So, the famous hearing that we've always heard throughout our life, all that glitters is not gold. I think it actually implies here because everything you just see on the outside is very, very glittery, no doubt. But do you actually know what happens in the background? The number of effect it has on the environment, the number of effect it has on the animals. If I have to tell you, 700 gallons of water, 700 gallons of water is used to produce one cotton shirt. 7,000 gallons of water is used to produce one pair of denims. So, what do we do now? Do we stick to fast fashion? Do we adapt all of this? And do we let this affect the environment? So, I think right now is the perfect time to switch to sustainability. So, what is sustainability? Shopping from brands that are ethical, choosing different options of styling. Maybe you can go for rentals, maybe you can go for thrifting, maybe you can upcycle. Or for me, the best thing that I personally feel and I have learned over the years is one piece of clothing, how you can style it in so many different ways. That's the best option that I have discovered. Since we are talking about trends, let me tell you, there was a time when leather pants were too much in trend, be it a leather jacket, leather dress, or a leather corset, and leather pants was too much in trend at that particular moment. But would you believe me? I have never worn leather pants in my entire life, except for once when I was shooting for a brand because it was a brand mandate. And I still don't own any piece of leather clothing in my wardrobe. Would you believe that? But it's true. Coming back to, since we were talking about trends, do you also know what is currently trending right now? Like all of a sudden, if you see a particular set of color, or maybe a color palette, which everybody is following, or maybe you see everywhere, branding, designing, on hoardings, in your fashion outfits. Do you know what is it actually called? Does anybody know what is the color of the year? Anybody? The color of the year for 2025 is mocha mousse. So what is actually color of the year? And who decides that? So it's called Pantone, also known as PMS, Pantone Matching System. So there is a set of experts from various industries like architecture, fashion, design, food, and etc., who sit together and anticipate what color will be trending in the coming few months. And that is how the color of the year, which is called Pantone, is decided. I am not going to be surprised if tomorrow, one fine day, somebody comes and tells me that we are now following colors according to the days of the week. For example, Sundays we are wearing orange, Mondays maybe we wear white, Tuesdays we wear red, and whatnot. So, coming back to, since we are already talking about colors, there's another thing that is very trending right now is the color analysis. For those who don't know what is color analysis, let me tell you. It is actually a short session with the expert where different colors of fabric is placed on your skin. Different colors, it has different colors, different tints, and one by one, it will keep flipping. Like the expert will keep flipping the colors just to identify what category do you fall into. By what category do you fall into? I mean the skin tone that you have. What category is it falling into? Is it summer, autumn, spring, winter? And according to that, some of the best colors that will suit you is decided. That is the analysis. But the more you get into the depth of it, that is when you realize it is not only about the outfits. You can now also identify what color jewelry will suit you the best. Is it gold? Is it rose gold? Silver? Oxidized? Or colorful? It doesn't even end here. You can now also identify and see what color hair will suit you the best. If you want to go for burgundies, maybe blondes, black, ashes, or something else. You can now also identify the color of the lipsticks that you want to wear. You can also identify what shape of eyewear or sunglasses will suit you the best. And when you talk about makeup, you can also, depending on the color of your eyes, you can also see what eyeshadows should you apply while doing makeup. And it goes on and on. The more you get into the depth of it, the more confusing it's going to get. So let's say, for example, if any of you sitting here decides to get this therapy done, the color analysis done, is it going to be helpful? Yes? Is it necessary? So I would say, instead of taking it as a necessary thing, you can take it as a source of learning to educate yourself that what works for you and what does not work for you. And maybe all of a sudden, if you do this and you come to know that all your life you've been wearing a specific set of color, let's say, for example, white is your favorite color, or maybe pink is your favorite color, and you've been wearing that throughout, and maybe 80% of your wardrobe is just filled with these colors. Are you going to discard everything just because that is not your color palette? Are you going to revamp your entire wardrobe? No, right? Which is practically not possible. That is when mindfulness comes into picture. It's important to know, so three things: what, when, and where. What to wear, when to wear, and where to wear it. Which reminds me of a similar incident, a recent example that happened a couple of months ago in the year 2024, when a very famous Bollywood celebrity attended the Met Gala, and she showed up in a sari, which was such a bold statement. She was mindful of what she was wearing. She was mindful of where she was wearing. It was all over the internet. It was such an impactful cultural statement. Within no time and within no seconds, it was hashtag number one trending. And everybody went gaga over it. Everybody wanted to recreate those looks. Everybody wanted to recreate the sari that she was wearing. Everybody wanted to recreate the makeup look that she had created. So that is an aspect of mindfulness. That is one example of it. For example, if you like any of your celebrity, any of your favorite designer curating something, or they are wearing a particular garment, which maybe costs in thousands or lakhs. So what are you going to do? Are you going to spend lakhs and lakhs of rupees just to buy an outfit and wear it for 2 or 3 days? Practically, is it possible? It's not possible. But what are different ways of how you can wear the particular style without breaking your bank? There are so many creative options where you can actually source the fabric from your local vendors, look at designs, look at inspirations from social media, Pinterest, Instagram. Get your outfit customized the way you want without having to break the bank. So that's going to be a greater option. So I would like to conclude by saying fashion does not come with a set of rules. Trends are going to keep coming, trends are going to keep going. The people that you idolize or the role models that you look up to are always going to keep changing. But the one thing that will stay with you forever is you and yourself. So follow your heart rather than following trends. And next time before you shop, ask yourself, do I really need this or is it just trending? Thank you so much.